There is no way Bitcoin's going to get to $100 or even $1,000 or even $10,000. And we're also going to be looking at the quarterly close for Bitcoin, the monthly close, the weekly close, and what lies ahead. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video.
NordVPN is becoming more than just a VPN. Threat protection will guard your device against malicious websites, malware, trackers, and intrusive ads, even if you're not connected to a VPN server at the time. Step up your cybersecurity and stay safe.
Got crypto? Got a hardware wallet to keep your crypto safe? Then you have to have one of these to keep your seed phrase safe. The KEYSTONE tablet is fireproof, waterproof, erosion resistant. You can use it to store 12-word, 18-word, 15-word, 24-word seed phrases. Get one, get two, get three, have multiple copies. Use my affiliate link in the description below. There is no way Bitcoin's going to get to $100 or even $1,000 or even $10,000. And we're also going to be looking at the quarterly close for Bitcoin, the monthly close, the weekly close, and what lies ahead. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. It's Monday the 3rd of April. I'm recording this at 10:52 UTC, formerly known as GMT, but we're in British summertime now, so it's actually 11:52, Monday the 3rd of April in British summertime. And I'm going to come to this thread by a guy called Luke Broyles in a moment. And he posted this. It's a really great thread. October 2010, people were saying, no way Bitcoin can get to $100. It's barely at 30. And then here, April 2011, no way Bitcoin can get to $1,000. It's barely at $3, and so on and so on and so on. But first, let's have a look at the quarterly price of Bitcoin. And this is on barchart.com. And these are quarterly candles. Now, if you're not familiar with candles, get familiar. Candles are really, really good. What it's showing, a green candle means that the beginning of the quarter, price opened here at the bottom and it closed at the top. A red candle means that in that quarter, price fell. So price opened here and then it fell here. Now these little sticks up and above, they're called wicks. This is the highest and the lowest in that time, in that 3-month period. And we've just finished a quarterly close on March the 31st midnight. That was a couple of days ago. And you can see that we had this massive move upwards. So we have broken the downtrend. Well, let me draw lines. Let's find out. Yeah, we have broken the downtrend, represented by this line here. Could I even take it to there? Could I? I could, I suppose. But this is rather bullish. We have the trend has shifted. Now here, it wasn't bullish because it wasn't larger than this candle. So, price was kind of undecided. But here, this quarterly candle has exceeded this one. And this suggests to me, it ties in with lots of other indicators that suggest that we are at this was the bottom of this particular bear market. We've had about a year run down. And now what we can look forward to is 3 years of upward price action. Okay, so that's the quarterly. Let's look at the monthly. And I might need to tidy this up a little. So you can see here we've had 3 months of upwards. I mean, this one in February was a little bit of nothing really. And price has opened above, well, of course it'll open above this close rate, 28.673. And in the RSI, it's kind of like in the middle. So it looks like we're going to have a period of consolidation, which you can see here on the daily chart. So just not much in terms of volatility, a lot of consolidation, sideways movement, and it's staying above. What EMA is this? Let's have a look. This one here is the 15 EMA, but this one is the 50, so it's well above the 50 daily moving average, exponential moving average. And on the 4-hourly, well, this is the daily. Let's move to the 4-hourly. Okay, just sideways ranging. Now here's what's going to happen. The price is either going to break to the upside, or it's going to break down to the downside, or it'll go sideways. That's how it always goes, right? And right now there's no real indication. The RSI is in the middle, volume's picking up a little, but there are things happening in other sectors of the financial markets that could have an impact on Bitcoin. Like, for example, the oil price going up, that could be bearish for Bitcoin. The value of the dollar going up, that could be bearish for Bitcoin. So let's see how this plays out. I don't really have much to say here, although I wonder if we're getting an upside down saucer and cup, an inverted saucer and cup, which is, see how this is curving downwards, which is a bearish indicator. Bearish in the short term, but bullish in the long term. Let's have a look at this. Oh, actually, let me just show you this, right? Somebody asked on ChatGPT, these are the January prices for Bitcoin before 0.5, $5.50, $20.4, 938.8, 2185. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes up and then it goes down. Then it goes 369, 965, 10. So it goes up for 3 years and then it goes down 3.4. And then it goes up to 3 and then it goes down. So what's predictable is that the next lot is it'll go up. And what ChatGPT says, based on the sequence above, a possible next number, this is for January, is $142,514.40. Now, of course, there's no guarantee of this, but given the amount of chaos that there is in the financial markets with all the breakdowns in the banking system, they're just going to probably likely to throw more money at it, print more dollars to try and keep it liquid. Then you're going to have you're having the BRICS nations moving out of dollars. France the other day agreed to buy gas and is going to pay buy gas off China and is going to pay with Chinese yuan, not the dollar, or euro, but Chinese yuan. So there's a shift away from the dollar to settle international trade. So the dollar is losing its status as the world reserve currency, as happens with every single world reserve currency. It's what happened with the pound around about the First World War. Now let's have a look at that thread. Here it is by Luke Broyles. So he starts off saying, no way Bitcoin can get to $100. It's barely at 30 cents. This thread will make your day. Psychology, price history, and where the value of Bitcoin goes from here. So it was $3 and then 30 cents, and then we know it went up to 100. And then here, no way Bitcoin can get to $1,000. It's barely at $3, and that was May the 4th, 2011. It was at $3. Then October 2011, no way Bitcoin can get to $10,000. I mean, it barely made it to 30 in June and is now back to $2. Okay, November 2013, there's no way Bitcoin can get to $100,000. It's barely at 300. Well, it hasn't reached $100,000 yet. August 2017, no way Bitcoin can get to $1 million. It's barely at 3,000. Okay, it's not got to $1 million yet. No way Bitcoin can get to 10 million. It's barely at 30,000 after crashing from 69,000. That's right. That's right. It hasn't reached 10 million yet. No way Bitcoin can get to 1,000 million or 1 billion. One Bitcoin for $1 billion? Wow. It's barely at $3 million after crashing from 16 million. The story of I bought Bitcoin at X price and sold it for 10x is so classic. Most of us are still facing unit bias in thinking that the USD value of Bitcoin is increasing, when in reality, the cost of everything is falling against Bitcoin. So there's one way of looking at okay, Bitcoin's getting more value. Well, actually, the value of the dollar and the pound and the euro is going down. One Bitcoin is still one Bitcoin, but you need more dollars to buy that Bitcoin because the dollars are losing their purchasing power because they're increasing the supply of it. You increase the supply of something, you decrease its value. Greg showed in May 2011, I wish I'd kept my 1,700 Bitcoin at 6 cents instead of selling them at 30. Now that they're at $8, yes. And how much would they be worth now, Greg? When it comes down to it, most do not buy Bitcoin because deep down we know buying it is an admission we could have bought it for much cheaper. Therefore, we don't wait. We come up with a silly reason why it will go lower and I'll buy in then. But everybody's doing that. Tom Randolph, well, Bitcoin has stabilized at almost exactly $14 a coin. I'm tired of waiting for a jump, so I'm taking the loss and getting my cash back. Indeed, July 2011. We all want to feel like the smartest person in the room, so we pretend like we know better and that Bitcoin is dead, bubble, whatever, right? The bubble's popped. Instead, is it not better to just admit you weren't the smartest, but smart enough to change your mind? Michael Saylor was smart enough to change his mind. December 18, 2013. Bitcoin days are numbered. It seems just like a matter of time before it suffers the same fate as online gambling. Indeed, and boy, he's changed his mind. Okay. Almost every human on Earth will go through this realization described here. You reading this happen to be some of the first. 1. I'm too late, I'll buy when it's down. 2. Wait, it's designed to rise forever in terms of everything else. 3. Exchange rate is temporary. Now here's a quote from Peter Schiff, Bitcoin seer, prophet extraordinaire, from the guy who had a $50,000 price target on Bitcoin for year-end 2018. My gold forecast came a lot closer than your Bitcoin forecast. Plus, at least gold will eventually hit 5K. Bitcoin will never hit 5K. Well, Bitcoin's gone way past 50K, sorry. Bitcoin will never hit 50K because Bitcoin's reached 69K. And right now it's at 28K. And where's gold? Still below 2,000, Peter. Spencer Schiff, I think his son. You'd have to be nuts to think Bitcoin will ever hit 50K. Right. Luke Royals, if you think this is all just mumbo jumbo, it's not. The internet is filled with people at various stages of this mental process, each slowly realizing it's designed to appreciate forever. That's right, Bitcoin is designed to go up forever. People 10 years from now will look back at us similarly. I feel like a moron. I bought $1,000 worth at $12.50 thinking it was a great investment. Gonna hang in there and sell. Not sell though. Somebody replied, that's not so bad. I had a friend drop $5,000 at around $16 Bitcoin. Yeah, thank you for your money. Gonna go for fully burned instead of recovered half of what I foolishly sunk into this nonsense, huh? Bitcoin. There's a reason why Bitcoin always makes new higher lows, and it's simple. Adoption is growing, and everyone outbids each other because we all realize others will outbid us if we don't outbid them first. The lower it goes, the faster people buy, meaning the shorter duration it remains low. The lower it goes, the faster people buy, meaning the shorter duration it remains low. So when it does go low, because people are going to be outbidding each other, it's not going to stay so low for so long. The current fair market bid for Bitcoin to US dollars is roughly 30,000. Some would say this is high, maybe it is. However, I suspect the value of dollars will continue to decrease faster than the value of Bitcoin could reverse the massive momentum of adoption it has. Bitcoin went from 0% to 0.5% adoption in 14 years, and from a penny to $70,000 in 14 years. Wow. There are fewer orders of magnitude between 70,000 and 70 million versus 70,000 and $7. So this, as a ratio of that, is much, much larger than this as a ratio of that. And don't forget, dollar inflation, Bitcoin supply exploded last decade, and faster CAGR than the internet, which is the rate of adoption. So Bitcoin's being adopted at a faster rate than the internet is being adopted. Remember, if Bitcoin survives, it has 99.5% adoption ahead of us, not behind. It should be expected to surpass every fiat exchange rate possible. That's right. The only way that Bitcoin goes back down continually is if it has failed as superior technology. This is why it's so important to not talk about Bitcoin as get in now, price go up, but superior technology eating former tech. So if you just look at cars, right? So we got cars replacing horse carriages. And if we look at, various cars, how better models like the Prius has replaced this one, has replaced the one before, which replaced the Model T Ford, which replaced horse and carriage. Printing press, locomotive, internet, and Bitcoin all became more valuable than their former predecessors. The best protocol wins. The beautiful thing here is that perfect money naturally incentivizes people to be as productive as possible for as long as possible without destruction of wealth. Everyone is incentivized to bring more value as quickly as possible to others in order to acquire more Bitcoin. And let's have a look at this chart. What's he saying here? Bitcoin value. History log. Going up, there's the highs, $30, $1,200, $69,000, going up, and it encourages people to create value in order to be able to access Bitcoin, because you want to get paid in Bitcoin, you've got to create value. Okay. This thing is designed to be a finite frame of a Mona Lisa within which all productivity is poured into infinitely smaller squares of the canvas. Are you too late for Bitcoin? No. Now, for those that need to hear it bluntly, if you're waiting to buy at 30,000 because you think it might go to 8,000 and you can look like a genius, good luck. Literally everyone else is hoping the same and they'd beat you to it anyway. Don't try to outsmart your emotions. Okay, so you think Bitcoin's going to go lower and you're waiting for your chance to jump in? Well, good luck, because everyone else is doing that. They're just all waiting. And then when it dips or it goes higher, then people FOMO in. Oh my God, I've blown it. Or they don't go in at all, but still other people are going in. Now, the best way of purchasing Bitcoin is dollar cost averaging, where you buy a regular amount at a regular time period. You know, you can buy a little bit every day, you can buy a little bit every week, or you can buy a little bit every month, whatever you determine. Regardless of the price, you just accumulate that way. Okay, comments, questions, let me know in the description below. Where do you think the price of Bitcoin is going to be this month, this week, this quarter, and between... Oh, and please, I forgot to say at the beginning, please do subscribe to me at Odyssey, bit.ly/crypto-rich-odyssey. bit.ly/crypto-rich-odyssey. It's just an email sign up, no KYC or anything, and you support my work on this censorship-resistant platform. Please also follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, and join my official Telegram announcements channel. This is Crypto Rich signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Will die. Let's be very clear. These cuts are blood money. People will die. Let's be very clear. Senate Republicans are paying for tax cuts for the wealthy with American lives.
People need kidneys. It's sad but decreed. Yet the senator's hoarding one more than she needs. I offer this bill and I hope you'll vote aye. Unless, of course, you just want people to die. Traffic deaths have many crying with fear. Over 30,000 people are dying each year. This modest change I propose must be applied. Unless, of course, you just want people to die. Alcohol deaths are exceeding comparisons. Black people, white people, Native Americans. We need to ban alcohol. It can't be denied. Unless, of course, you just want people to die. Murders are bad. They have no defenders, yet many are committed by repeat offenders. I say lifetime in prison, whatever the crime. Unless, of course, you just want people to die. I don't have a bill or a groan to detail. I just need a short clip for my donor email. Tim, there's blood on your hands. You want people to die. That good? Cool. Tim, dinner at 5? Yeah. The car deaths I mentioned are terrible stuff. Doesn't seem one seatbelt is ever enough. You must vote for my act so that fewer will cry. Unless, of course, you just want people to die. The carbs, the container, we cannot ignore. Whipped cream's killing more people than ever before. This bill would be passed and be ratified if those people that didn't want people to die. Why not weigh all the costs, the effects, the results, empathize with each other as if we were adults, use our brains to craft arguments, not vilify, see that freedom's a trade-off. You want people to die! I tried. Crossing the street is incredibly tough. People look left and right, but rarely look up.
These cuts are blood money. People will die. Let's be very clear. Senate Republicans are paying for tax cuts for the wealthy with American lives.
People need kidneys. It's sad but decreed. Yet the
Black leaders have really prioritized. Look at how the black underclass fared in these black runs.